Hello. This video is sponsored by Old Dominion University's Institute for Jewish Studies and Interfaith Understanding. I'm Annette Finley-Croswhite, Director of the Center for Faculty Development, as well as a Professor of History. Dr. Amy Milligan, the Batten-endowed Assistant Professor of Jewish Studies and Director of IJIU, asked me to develop a way of honoring Yom HaShoah, or Holocaust Remembrance Day, during this time of social distancing because of the COVID pandemic. Today we've come together to honor the 6 million Jews who died in the Holocaust because of the actions taken by the Nazis and their collaborators. I'm going to share with you today some letters that I have from victims of the Holocaust. Before I begin, let me give you a little context. The letters were written by the Furstenfeld family, a Jewish family in Paris during World War II. The Furstenfelds included Solomon, who was at first a peddler of used goods and then a seller of antiques, his wife Devorah, his oldest daughter Malka, who became Marie in Paris, and a younger daughter named Esther. Solomon, Devorah, and ultimately Marie came to Paris in the early 1920s. In 1926, Esther was born, but in fact there was about a 16-year age difference between the two daughters. At 18, Marie married into a Jewish family from London. She married Chaim Magar, and as a result, she went to live in London. These letters then were written by Devorah and Esther to their daughter and sister in London. They were written in 1940, in April and May and June of 1940, essentially during the German onslaught of France. In fact, when the Germans bombarded Paris, most people fled south, but the Furstenfelds weren't able to leave their apartment. Devorah was very ill, and so they wrote out the bombardment in their apartment in Paris. The letters speak of fear and terror, isolation, but also of deep family love. The Furstenfelds did not survive the Holocaust. They were arrested on July 16th of 1942 during what is referred to as the notorious Veldiv Roundup, and they were deported to Auschwitz-Birkenau. At first, Devorah was sent by herself without her husband and daughter to Auschwitz on the 3rd of August, 1942, and she died about 18 days later. Solomon and Esther were deported in September of 1942. Solomon was gassed on arrival. Esther survived about 5 weeks and died in Birkenau on October 28th of 1942. Because Marie kept the letters in London, we have them today. They were written in Yiddish. Devorah was not an educated woman, and so there's no punctuation. They're very hard to read. There's other languages sort of written into the Yiddish, and I'm here to tell you they're not even easy to read in English, not only because they're very moving and touching, but because the translations are difficult. So I want to thank Jonathan Kalman and thank Leon Magar, who have loaned me these letters and allowed me to use them. They are descendants of Solomon and Devorah Furstenfeld. Thank you. The first letter is written by Esther, and it's dated the 20th of April, 1940. My dear sister, brother-in-law, nieces, Rachel and Rosette, we have just received your dear letter. My dear sister, I write to you myself. I'm writing because Mother is too tired at this moment. I'm sorry to tell you that Mother is so, because you, my dear sister, are very frightened and anxious. But I'm pleased to let you know and keep you up to date with everything that is happening to us. My dear Marie, you may reassure yourself that Mother is much better because of the treatment she takes. And dear Father stays at home all the time to look after Mother. He is the best of fathers. All three of us are always alone. No one comes to see us. No one is interested in us, neither the family nor our friends. We only have one visitor, And those are the letters that we receive from you. We hope, Father and Mother and I, that you are well. I, in my letter, dear sister, dear brother-in-law, and our dear nieces, embrace Jaime and Marie, Rachel and Rosette, with all our hearts, hoping to see you soon. Paris, May 21st, 1940. Devora writes to her daughter, Marie. Beloved, dear treasured children, we received your dear, lovely letter. Our dearly beloved child, Marie, we are happy that you are together with your beloved and your dear children who we love so much. Dear children, I delayed an answer to you because I wanted to write you myself. Well, did I ever have a bad week? I wouldn't wish it on anyone. Like I really need sirens. I'm writing you this letter, and the sirens are sounding. Who knows what will be? One must strengthen oneself. I'm sick, but I'm not scared. The terror is having an enormous effect on Papa. I feel bad because Papa needs to drag me to the cellar because of the bombs. I am, after all, still not healthy, and they took away my doctor to serve in the military. May 31st, 1940. Papa has already consolidated, referring to his business. Everything has shriveled up. May it be well, Malka, our Papa, may he be well. You cannot imagine what type of good person your dear father is. He was always such a good Papa, a good man. To me, he is an angel. He has endured so much for me. There hasn't remained a half of him because of me. I don't have more than one Papa. May he be healthy, may he be strong. We hope that you, dear children, that you will be together 120 years, that you will be happy together with your dear lovely children, and that we will live to have much enjoyment with you. In an undated letter, but we think it is June 7th of 1940. Well, we've gotten used to the sirens. This morning at 5:30, the sirens began to whistle. Papa is afraid to wake me up quickly. He's talking to himself, so I ask him, why are you talking to yourself? You're sitting there. Don't you hear the sirens? And they're shooting. Lovely children, you write that we should run away. But how do we have a way? Give us a suggestion. You certainly know well that I'm still not in good health, and I can't occupy myself with anything in the meantime. And your Papa, I don't know if he'll be able to accomplish anything. And children are somehow being sent far away, but Esther doesn't want to travel. She would rather be here with us. If we could find a way, we would certainly escape. We live in terror. Beloved children, write us what is happening to you. Thank you for the money, the 350 francs you sent. If you are earning a living, we hope all is well. And what is doing with our dear Rachel and our Consolation and our dear Alta Rezala? May they be healthy. May there only continue to be quiet in the world, because if there were, I would come to you on all fours, dear children. In the middle of the night, I would come to you. I believe and feel in my heart that the beloved little grandchildren are calling for their booby. I am constantly dreaming about you, dear children. With hellos and kisses to you millions of times from your parents who yearn to see your happiness and great joy. Papa says hello and kisses you many times from afar. He doesn't stop talking about the grandchildren and about you, beloved children. From your loving parents and sister, S.D.E. Solomon Devora Esther. Your beloved sister, Esther Shapritzala. Shapritzala means hope in Yiddish. Sends regards and kisses you many times from afar. And a separate greeting for her beloved dear niece Rachel and Rosette from your beloved loving parents who don't forget and love you all so much. Devora, Solomon, Esther Shapritzala, we await your happy, healthy reply. And now, to finish up, we're going to light a candle to honor Solomon and Deborah and Esther, and all those who died during the Holocaust. We share this light through remembrance, using the yellow candle to honor these precious lives. Here is our yahrzeit candle. We'll take a moment of silence. For Solomon, Deborah, Esther, and the 6 million. Thank you.